Yo, 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 welcome back to RNG Unfiltered with your boy, Ricky.
And Gab. Considering your hosts today, half of them can't remember the name of this podcast. Yeah. Great start.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go. We don't even remember what we're doing apparently anymore.
This is an episode of Pop Cultured for you guys.
Yes. Welcome. Episode Pop Cultured.
Yes.
Today's conversational topic and today's, I think, topic of attention will be Marvel v DC. A bit of an interesting one. I know. Don't calm down. Don't go crazy on me.
Woo!
Yeah.
Bro, that's like the proper use.
Yeah, finally. Took us a few episodes to finally know when to use that shit. So today's episode will be a bit more of a conversation between Marvel and DC, whether you want to call it conversation debate. I know I called our last Xbox console conversation a debate when it was watching the footage was more of a conversation, so you can see how you do it. Conversation debate
two
slash
sides of the wrong egg.
But yeah, so
yeah, like,
I probably was quiet as hell for the first intro there, but that's all good.
are you a DC or MCU person?
Oh, okay. Well, Jesus, before we get into the questions, bro.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Before you have to make me think pretty hard. Cheers, big ears.
Pee-pee cuckers.
Open up them drinks. Get some of that energy in us.
My bad.
Well, I was gonna mention before you did that
yeah?
was the couple of comics and Marvel related stuff. That's why you'll see them kind of standing in the middle. For those who are watching, for those who aren't, we do have a backdrop in the middle that kind of has a whole bunch of games and stuff in it. So we kind of try to put as much things as we can related to our conversation topic for the day. So do I like Marvel or DC more? Well, shit.
Because like I know for me, there's the certain characters I like from each.
I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I think I'm much more of a Marvel person in general. Like I think I like a lot more Marvel characters and Marvel movies and comics more than DC, I'd say.
Yeah.
But DC also has its niche, and like I never really I watched a few episodes of the DC Young Justice and Justice League and stuff like
I
that,
love watching those
and
on,
they're really good. But I haven't,
TV.
I haven't watched them in a while.
Yeah.
I actually might start putting them as background shows. But anyways, because I'm a big fan of like there's certain characters I'm really a fan of, and certain villains. Like I love the Joker, even though like I'm a big. I'd say I'm more Marvel than DC. Joker is definitely one of my favorite villains, hands down.
Yeah.
And then like I love like Spider-Man and Deadpool. Like I love those kind of characters because of their goofiness and their comedy side. So
I'm more like for DC. I've always been Batman fan. Like especially Arkham Knight. Or is it?
the
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight Sega. The what's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger and Brendan? No, not Brendan. Is it Brendan?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Yeah, that guy.
Affleck.
Their era of Batman, super good.
But
I love
saying that, even the newest, like not when I say newest, I mean most recent Batman with the guy from Twilight. Robert. No.
I know what you're saying.
What's his name? Do you remember?
Shit, I do know his name. Robert Pattinson. Pattinson. It wasn't
played-
Robert. I just couldn't remember the last name.
He was real good. Like I quite.
I haven't watched that movie.
Oh,
because I was gonna go to the cinemas and freaking every time a new movie comes out and I don't watch a movie because everyone else went to the cinemas and I just never ended up going because either they go on days I'm working or when I've got events on.
Yeah.
And so it makes it pretty hard to.
I would say, if you've watched it, like if you haven't watched it, sorry, go watch that. Then I've never been a big fan of like the DC Universe movies.
Yeah, their movies aren't great compared to their TV shows and their
only because
animated series.
Yeah, they haven't been great. Their animated series I've heard are pretty good.
Yeah.
What else have I seen that's DC related?
I've watched most
Young
of their
Justice,
TV shows.
the
Animated series.
No series.
There's no movie.
No,
there's
there's
no
a
live.
series.
You're talking about
there is a live series
of Young Justice.
No, I don't think it's.
I know there's Titans.
That's Young Justice technically.
Technically, yeah,
Like,
but I think
technically.
it starts because it only starts off as Blackwing Blackwing?
No,
Darkwing?
no,
it is
it's
Blackwing.
Robin. You got Starfire.
Yeah. Raven, Blackwing.
So it's pretty much the Young Justice.
Yeah, I know, but
correct me if I'm wrong.
Everyone knows them as the Titans because we all used to watch Teen Titans when we were younger.
No,
Beast Boy's in there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's technically
because Young Justice gets bigger. Justice is when they get everyone. Like you got the Supergirl and young Flash Boy, whatever you want to call them, like all the kids of the older, or the younger people of the big boys.
But even you got Nightwing.
It's Nightwing. I keep saying Blackwing, bro.
It's Nightwing.
I'm gonna get roasted like a dum-dum for that one.
Before I forget, guys, Gab finally got some Crocs.
Put my foot on the table, show you off my Crocs.
Finally.
Yeah, look, I finally see the appeal. I saw the appeal. I can tell why now you people like them, because they're breathable and they're warm.
It's not you people, it's our people now.
Yes, our people. I have been converted. I am now a part of the Croc gang, apparently. Yeah. Gotta go get myself some...
Gibbets.
Gibbets, is that what they're called?
Yeah. They're pretty cheap, too.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna get myself one of...
I'll get you one on my face.
Yeah, alright.
And then I'm going to get RNG Unfiltered.
Yeah, we'll make some RNG Unfiltered pippets one day.
Yeah.
Tibbets, and then we'll put them on people's shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Marvel, I would say Spider-Man, but I'm a bit more of a fan of the Tobey Maguire.
So you're based on the movie. If we're talking about the movies,
Tobey Maguire, but Tom Holland.
He's been doing really good. But I'm going to say something, and I don't know if people will agree, disagree, or roast the shit out of me for it, but out of the 3 movies, Spider-Man-wise, Tobey Maguire plays the best Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield plays the best Spider-Man, and Tom Holland is a good blend of both.
Yeah. I just enjoyed that they did a collab.
The No Way Home? My bro. Yeah. hey, what the fuck? Hey, where do you shoot your web fluid? He was like, you guys have like gadgets, it just comes out of me. Like, what do you mean it just comes out of you, bro? What the fuck?
But I will say, in saying on the topic of Spider-Man, have you seen the tweet or whatever where they're like, where's the Amazing Spider-Man movie 3? And then Andrew Garfield's like, where were you when I needed you?
Yeah, because Andrew Garfield, like, it was pretty annoying because when the Amazing Spider-Man series came out, he got a lot of backlash. He copped a lot of shit. Because we had the Tobey Maguire series and the Andrew Garfield came out, I still enjoyed them, but a lot of people were like, nah, it's like, this and that. And then when you came into No Way Home, because you played it so well, people were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, we want him back. And he's like, yeah, so now you want me back? Yeah.
Like, fucking 10 years later.
Yeah, like, y'all little...
But
yeah, nah, if we're going to go into your conversation between Marvel versus DC, I think I'm a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've got like my own, I think I grew up a lot more in the MCU, especially with the movies. I think I got into it all based more with the movies.
When like Iron Man came out.
When all the Marvel movies came out, we always used to watch them as a family, and I always used to I was a lot more engaged in their movies. Whereas like when the DC movies came out, like I went and watched Batman vs Superman, I fell asleep in that. I don't fall asleep in movies. I don't. And I was falling asleep. Yeah, bro. Every time we go to the cinemas, what movie did we watch last time? You came with Phoebe and...
I don't remember.
We were watching a movie. Oh, it was Inside Out 2.
No. I didn't come to that.
You sure?
Yeah, because I was going to go with Sarah.
You came with us.
No, I didn't. I was not there. It was for your birthday.
Phoebe was like, oh, Ricky fell asleep.
It was your birthday. It had, not Gosling.
Barbie?
No, it wasn't Barbie. Free Guy?
I haven't watched Free Guy.
Not Free Guy. The stunt movie.
Oh, the not a Fall Guy. Yeah, maybe it was the Fall Guy. Yeah. The stunt movie. Yeah. You fell asleep in that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I grew up watching a lot of the Marvel movies a lot more. And so that got me more into the comic era and into, like, reading a bit more about them and understanding their backstories and shit. So, like, I started going more into Marvel. I did really enjoy the DC TVs. like your Flash, Arrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, was it Supergirl was the other one, like that whole era of TV shows, I really enjoyed it. And I watched all of DC's Legends of Tomorrow. I watched all of, well, not the more recent stuff, but I watched at the time when they were out. I was up to date with Flash and Arrow and Supergirl and all of it. Like I was up to date with all of that. So,
you know, the only series I watched at DC that I thoroughly enjoyed was, what was it? Daredevil.
That's Marvel.
Is it Marvel?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, my bad. My bad. That's what I meant. You know what? I was like, in my head, I was like, No Way Home, he's in Spider-Man. I'm like, DC.
Alright, well, I'll give you a... Fuck me, man. Alright, well, how about I give you the overrated, underrated.
Overrated, underrated what? Like characters or actors or...
Actually... Yeah, so we'll do it based in the whole Marvel DC universe. Anything, any opinion you have on any movie character, but within the Marvel and DC universes. Who do you think is, or who do you think is overrated? What or who do you think is underrated?
Underrated is Daredevil for sure.
Yeah.
Underrated Daredevil.
So you were mentioning them. Before you continue, we'll get back to you were mentioning the TV show.
Yeah.
That and the Punisher.
Yeah, they're good.
So those, I love Punisher. I love the guy. I love that thing. But the whole, the Marvel's attempt at TV shows, so the Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Iron Fist, they had one that had all of them in it.
I don't really know. I don't really watch the TV shows much.
I watched all of those. I don't think they were as good as the DC's versions of the movies, like the TV series. Yeah. Like, I reckon DC did a much better job at that. I think Marvel's saving grace in that was Daredevil and Punisher.
Yeah.
I reckon their collaboration, they're working together, they saved it. I think Iron Fist that'll be an overrated. But Iron Fist was pretty overrated when it was released. And then, I think Daredevil, like you're saying, was underrated. And I think when he appeared in Spider-Man, that's when he's re-hyped and he actually got a bit more recognition. Continue.
I think this is just personal opinion because, I never really understood the hype. I know, I'll get there.
Oh, you'll get there.
Ooh. I know, a lot of people enjoyed it thoroughly, but Arrow, I think, overrated.
I reckon the first few seasons were good.
I've been told it's good, but every time it's just one of those shows I
just
try to watch and couldn't get in.
So Arrow, I watched Arrow up until about season 6 and 7, like those era.
Yeah.
I reckon the first 2-3 seasons, really good. I think once they started to get a bit too chaotic, it was shit. And the only times it was good is when they had collabs with Supergirl and Flash, and that was just because it made more sense in Arrow's era to have their superheroes, because you got this guy who was stranded on an island, who knows how to use it's like Hawkeye. Motherfucker knows how to use a bow and arrow, but is just a human, and he's sitting here with the fastest guy in the world and one of the strongest women in the world.
Yeah.
And he's competing.
He's my brother watched Flash. He said it's good.
Phoebe loves it. My sister loves Flash.
I haven't really tried watching it because it's one of those weird things where it doesn't really appeal to go sit through and watch it all. Even though I've seen snippets, I'm like, it looks good, but I'm like,
just can't be fucked that time investment.
Yeah, but where I'll sit down and watch the whole universe, the phase 1 to 5 or 4, whatever it
all
is,
the
with
movies.
the boys.
Yeah,
you know, because that's for the boys, they know who they are.
Yep.
We would go and watch every Marvel movie,
new release Marvel
movies at the movies. There'd be fucking 10 of us. We'd go. Jerry, who you've heard multiple times be spoken on this, and probably the most mentioned person at would get the add-ons for popcorn and shit, and then
the bolt-ons.
Yeah, but then the staff cracked it at him because everyone would be like, I want something. He would get the one box and then bolt on everything else. And I'm like, bro, just find a buddy and get our combo. That was the way to go.
right? When we used to go to the movies, it was find a buddy, get an hour combo.
You might
Two large drinks, a large popcorn, and if you got the ice cream one, you'd get an ice cream too.
Yeah. But, yeah, the only other movies I've properly sat through, I've seen the DC TV shows, like, I fucking love Teen Titans. And the old, like the other cut.
So
the two
it sounds like I think like the DC shows that you really enjoy are the comic ones, are the animated series.
Yeah.
So you're not huge on like your Arrow, Flash, DC, like that side of the DC universe. You're more into the animated series.
But in saying that, the live action, I don't think it's like you could say live action is like the Batman, but the Dark Knight.
The Dark
Knight.
Movies, yeah. They were because Heath Ledger's Joker was.
And you know what?
insane.
Tom Hardy was in it too. In the number 2 with Bane.
Yeah, I think he was.
I was like, I fucking love Tom Hardy.
There's a few guys that are like moving to different like there's been a few situations where they were in Marvel, they moved to DC and vice versa.
Yeah, but in saying that, like, oh wait, Venom's Marvel.
Yeah, I love me that Venom.
Yeah, because Tom Hardy's in Venom.
Me Venom, love me Venom.
Did you buy that with me?
I bought these 3 myself. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, maybe I was with you. It was at the comic store in Beaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you reckon though? Like, have you been more? Oh no! Did you answer your overrated, underrated?
I haven't done overrated, underrated yet.
What is your overrated, underrated?
Did you give us an underrated?
Yeah, Daredevil.
Oh yeah, an overrated was Arrow.
Arrow.
All right. Well, my underrated.
Which I think the Arrow is a bit of a hot take.
Yeah.
But
I reckon if you're doing first 2 seasons, I'm against you. But if you're doing the last 2 seasons, I'm with you. So like stuff in the middle is kind of mid tier. My overrated Marvel person. This one's gonna cop me a lot of fucking backlash.
Oh, you're going from a person view.
A character or a person who plays a character. Captain America. I think he is way too overrated.
Yeah, no,
that's gonna cop me a bit of shit. I reckon Chris Evans does an amazing Cap, and Captain America is good. I just don't think, oh my god, Captain America, shit is. I don't think he's that. I think half of the Avengers, like Hulk, Iron Man, fucking Thor. Every other Avenger is better than him except Falcon and his friend and the Winter Soldier. Even the Winter Soldier's more cool than freaking Cap America. Yeah. Man's got a whole fucking vibranium arm. Like,
I just understand why he went back.
Pardon?
Time. I just understand why Cap went back in time.
Yeah. He went back for the plot. Mm-hmm. The plot. Maggie. What? That was a good plot.
If you've seen it. You understand why.
Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's it. No more needs to be said. And then underrated. I reckon. Ooh, who would be the most underrated character in my opinion, or most underrated thing in Marvel? I think like he might not be as underrated as I think it is, but like the Miles Morales animated series, like the movie, I think it's got a lot of hype and I think it's really good. I think there's a lot of people out there though, like my fiance is one of them, who won't watch the movie because it's animated, and I reckon based on what like for that. In that sense, it's an underrated show because it's animated. People automatically give it that tag.
I think it's only like the essence of it being overrated is based on the fact that it's so good.
You mean underrated? Sorry,
no,
like, overrated. So you think
why?
Because people.
But it's justified good. Do you get what I mean? Like
exactly. Like it's a really good series, and I reckon what they're doing now, and especially with the last one, for those who haven't watched it, I won't spoil much. I won't spoil anything. No spoilers. But like the way they've been showing the multiverse and how it may interact is very interesting.
Like overall, like
I think the whole multiverse is gonna confuse a few people.
I don't think it's overrated as such. Like giving it the title overrated isn't like a thing.
I said
no. Like,
but yes.
This is in general. Like, I don't think it needs the title of overrated.
Because it's good. It's good because it's good.
Like, it's good because it's fucking amazing.
It's not like something that... It's not like fucking Starbucks. Everyone thinks, oh my God, it's amazing, but it's shit. Like,
yeah, it's like...
I'm going to cop that one too. But yeah.
It's like, yeah. It's just one of those ones where I'm like, it's not red label, it's gold label.
Exactly. It's not like I'm sitting here telling you red label's amazing. I'm sitting here and telling you fucking blue label's amazing.
Yeah.
Which also overrated, but besides the point.
But yeah, it's just one of those standalone, not it, to an extent, it like standalone where it doesn't need any backing for what it's provided us, you know? But, do I have an overrated character? Or Iron Man?
Ooh.
Iron Man. No.
So you think Iron Man is overrated?
And we're back.
Yeah. So Iron Man, you think is overrated?
No, like, I think it like.
I think he was until a certain point.
Yeah, no, like that's where.
Yeah.
Like when I said it, it's not like overall he's overrated.
Yeah.
I think like towards the end,
He
like
himself.
it's one of those ones where I feel like he's more understanded.
Yeah.
And with it, he's provided so much, and you're like, it makes sense why he does what he does.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that's it. I think Iron Man starts off as like a bit interesting. He starts off here. To be fair, Robert Downey Jr., I don't think anyone else could play Iron Man. Wow. It's like Henry Cavill in The Witcher. I don't think anyone's going to take over Henry Cavill's Geralt. Like, but towards the end, with the way he started to react and act, he showed the fact that he was actually a superhero and that he actually was someone that deserved his position in where he was.
And he's a person.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna tell you something, but I forgot.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
It slipped my mind. Fuck.
Well, how about I'll let you not have to worry about it anymore, and we jump down to Game of the Week.
Oh shit! Yeah.
How about
guys? Game of the Week.
Game of the Week.
Cockroach poker.
Yep. Cockroach poker. Ricky will be holding the game. It is a small handheld card game for those who are not watching, just listening. Cockroach poker is about a 10 centimeter by 15 centimeter box, orange cockroach. I'm just
20 cubes.
No, I'm just fucking with you guys. No, it's a very small card game. It is a fun game. It's a bluffing game. So for those out there who enjoy talking shit, this is probably a good game for you. trying to lie to people, it's a good one.
You pretty much got like a set. How many bugs are there?
So there's 8 different bugs, 8 cards of each bug. So it's a 64 card game.
Yeah, and you pretty much like it's 2 to 6 players.
We've played more than 6. You don't need to have 6. The more you play, the more confusing you can get, and the more chaotic you can get. So sometimes it is pretty fun in that aspect.
Yeah, so you pretty much get 8 characters, like fucking insects in like. Depending on what you have.
The cards get shuffled and dealt.
Yeah.
All of them get dealt in play. There's nothing out of play.
This is why Gab's here to explain it a bit more.
Because I'm total dumb over there, not paying attention. English, no speaking. No speak English. Sorry, my friend.
You'll have an insect in front of you, and say it's a cockroach or a spider. You go like, you can bluff and say if it's a cockroach, you could be like, it's a spider.
So... Maybe let me take over. Let me take over here.
You can explain it more.
So you get the cards dealt. Everyone has a card in their hand. The basics of the game is the person who starts will look at the card. He'll put a card face down and pass it to someone. He will say what he says the card is. Now there's one of 8 insects you can choose. He puts the card down or not insects, because there's also bats and rats and shit. So it's like bats and frogs. Bats and frogs. Bats and frogs don't count as insects. I don't think they're just bugs. Anyways, you give him a card, you say cockroach. The person who then gets the card given to them has 2 options. They can either call you out, whether you're saying the truth or whether you're bluffing, or they can look at the card. They look at the card. Once they look at the card, the person who gave them the card is now safe. They have to look at the card and choose whether or not and then they get to pass it to someone else. They see what the actual card is and they pass it to someone else. If they give it to, like, for example, I was given a card and now I look at a card and I realize that the guy gave me was a cockroach and I want to give it to Ricky. Now, I have to try play the card whether I now need to deceive Ricky. So I can give it to him and say, it was a bat. And it's not a cockroach, it's a bat. Now, if he gets the card and he goes, it is a bat, and he picks it up and it's a cockroach, he gets the card face up in front of him. If he doesn't, if he says it's not a bat and he looks at it and it isn't a bat, I get the card. Every time you get something wrong, you put a card in front of you, and then first person to lose all their cards or first person to get 4 of the same, and whatever you want to call them, is out. That was a quick rundown of the game. Normally, I shouldn't be doing that, but
fun game.
Yes,
Fun game.
It is very fun. If you have a nice big group between 6 to 8 people, like I like it with 8, like 8-ish people, because it's a bit more chaotic.
I would say like where you can get 2 packs and like shuffle together.
You can play this with as many people as you want. It does just take longer because it can go through to everyone. Like, if you get 10 people and they keep passing it on, that one card will be on the table for 9 turns, essentially.
I reckon it's, like, the best amount, if you were to add more, is probably 7, 8 max.
Yeah, like 8 people's a good number. 6 to 8 people. 6 to 8, I reckon's a nice number.
Yeah.
Because you don't want too little, because once it's too little, it's a bit easier to kind of... Like,
Yeah.
you have so many cards in the game, it just takes longer to play. When you have, like, 8, every person's only got 8 cards, so... You can kind of flow pretty quick.
And it's about 15 to 25 minutes or longer.
Depends. Yeah, like depending on how quick someone can get out in 4 turns if they fuck up 4 times in a row. So
it's kind of funny though.
Yeah, it is funny. It is a good game, and if people are drinking, it makes it even more chaotic. So like, it can be pretty interesting.
Yeah. How long have you played it for?
So we got Cockroach Poker probably a few years back now. So
it's been around.
For a while. Yeah.
It's one of those games that like
they have heaps of expansions now as well. So they used to just have Cockroach. Bro, if you go, there is about 10 different boxes.
Oh, what the fuck! Now. I have Cockroach.
Most of them standalone.
I have Cockroach Poker now.
Yeah.
Guys.
Thank you, Emma.
Thanks, Emma.
Thanks, Emma.
Thanks, Emma. But it's one of those games that.
Highly recommended. It is highly recommended.
I'm more like... I
for
feel
party
with games, just like in general, I enjoy like the bigger games. But I'm more of a fan of like the smaller 15 to 30 minute max games.
Your small, quick family games that you can
like, we can be like, you want to play Cockroach Poker? And we can just be like chuck it out. Or... whatever.
Smash it out real quick sort of thing.
We don't have to be there for like half an hour. Like 2 hours, sorry.
Yeah. Like, because some of the games you play can take an hour plus.
Like it's not that I don't enjoy them. It's more the fact...
Too long.
Yeah.
sometimes
I'm
they're
like...
too long, man.
2 hours.
If you're not in the mood for it, bro.
Yeah. Like 2 hours. Ugh. But one of those long games is Catan. Fucking love Catan.
Catan can be quick, though.
Dominion.
So, Catan and Dominion can be quick.
Yeah.
No, so they can go anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And if you're unlucky, hour and a half. I don't like playing those games with more than 4 players, though. I refuse to play Catan and Dominion with 5 or 6 players anymore. Because 5, 6 player games just take way too fucking long.
Yeah. No,
they're an hour and a half, 2 hours easy.
4 player games are the sweet. I prefer
party
6
games.
to 8 player like Cockroach Poker.
Yeah.
No, like party games are like, depends what it is.
Oh yeah, extra. I say like, party. I classify anything with more than 4 players as a party game, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Party, like games that can hold slightly more people that are for a bigger crowd, like Cockroach Poker. Highly recommend. If you want to play, if you're someone who enjoys crowds, I know so far we haven't really given you any of our more condensed big games. For now, they've been a little bit more quick game related.
The
but
game of the week was because we were talking about it today, and I was like, Cockroach Poker.
Fuck it, we'll do Cockroach Poker. It is a good game. We got lots of people that introduce to games, that start playing games, that don't really know how to play more games, and they come into a family or someone that plays games. These are great introductions. So
yeah, in game wise, I knew I became a part of Sarah's family when what's the game called?
Greed.
No,
Yuka.
I learned Yuka. And apparently, it's quite a hard game to wrap your head around.
Sarah played it when she was 5, but it's all right. No. We'll let the idiots think that I'm just playing.
No, but like apparently they're like...
It is. Some people struggle to get their head around that the jacks... if the jack is the suit, they're the strongest of the suit. So it goes like, if you're heart, so you play 7s up... really shouldn't be fucking. This can be
Just say 7-Up.
You got
7-Ups.
cards are 7-Up, and you have like if hearts become trumps, your ranking of the cards go Jack of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds, then Ace, King, Queen, so forth. So your 2 jacks are the strongest cards. Those who play these kind of card games understand that. Those who never have played these kind of card games take a little bit of getting used to.
And you play with 6 players?
4 to 6. 4 or 6.
Okay. I thought it was 6.
No, we always play. We actually 6 is a lot less common. We normally just play 4.
I only say 6 because like when I played there, we had.
We
6.
normally have more people.
But I've never played these games.
Yeah.
And you play as like 2 teams, sort of like.
You play as a team, yeah. Every second person's a team.
Yeah, second person's a team, and I was like, it's not that hard. Like it's quite simple. It's quite easy to get a hold of.
It's a nice card game
because you have to think about like the team as well.
You got to think what they're gonna throw.
Yeah.
So it's a good game. That might be one in the future for us to actually put on the list. But for now, I think it's the way to go.
And just before we end, I would like to say if you got any DC recommendations, comics or like shows, let me know.
Let us know, man, because I'm like both of us. I've only ever bought these because I was interested in these. Like I've just got characters that I like. I'm still learning comics
like,
and
I'd like
shows.
To expand
and explore.
Because like, obviously, I've seen the mains to an extent, main stuff with additional stuff on top, but. Yeah. There's a lot more I know that's like...
There's a lot out there.
Yeah, that I haven't touched, so...
in anything we talk about, anything we do, you got recommendations, suggestions or anything, let us know. We will try our best
Batman shit!
As he says his favourite thing is Batman. Anyways. On that note, we're gonna... Jesus Christ.
I finally hit the right one.
Alrighty, guys. We thank you all. We're sorry
for the delay.
We're sorry for any delays in the past, and thank you for all the support.
That's RNG Unfiltered.
We out.